Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be Phoenix's 4-year update. I cannot believe that he is 4 years old. Well, he will be when you see this video. It is just crazy. So sorry for the weird lighting, the weird placement. It's late and I needed to get this done. So at the end of this video, I will have an interview with Phoenix. I did the interview your toddler tag or whatever questions, and I did that. So I will be adding that to the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned and check it out because he is just adorable, and you can see how much he has improved if you haven't seen our vlogs. So I have a little list here. I was watching his 3-year update and I made a list of things that I wanted to talk about. So first, school. He has been in school for a full school year. He went full-time every day for 1 whole school year, and he did amazing. He walked right into school with no problem. I'm pretty sure I did a school update, and he just loved it. He loved his teachers. He had 3 different teachers because of maternity leave, then the contract ended, and then the last teacher for the year. So all through that, he did adapt really well to all that, and he doing great. I had nothing but good feedback from all the teachers and the aides, and it was just amazing to hear how good he was doing. And he has learned and progressed so much with school. School has changed him, and now that he's not in school because it's in the summer, he had like a summer program, and then the whole month of August he's off. I see like the difference of how he was when he was in school and how he is now. Like school definitely keeps him like on track and in schedule, and like this whole mix of like not really having a schedule is kind of throwing him off. But I've noticed that he's getting a little better. I think it's because he was not really feeling good. Like that first week out of summer program, he was sick, and it's just been like up and down. So I think that had a lot to do with it too. But he was doing awesome in school. We took him for his pediatric evaluation with the pediatric, what is she called? The developmental pediatrician evaluation, the one who diagnosed him with autism. We took him back there a couple weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and she was so impressed. She was so impressed with how much he knows. She said that he is learning at a 2nd grade level, so he can, right now he knows things that a kid who is entering 2nd grade should know. He can write his numbers, he can write his letters, he can spell out words. He is wanting to add and subtract now. He's really into like 1 + 1 or this plus this. Like he's really into that. And I can't even say that I like sit and teach him these things. Like he'll see it on the iPad, he'll see it on TV, and then he gets an interest for it, and then that's when we kind of work on it with him. And he just picks things up really quickly. You teach him something and he learns it because he loves to learn. You know how if you love to do something, it comes easier to you. Like if you enjoy cooking, then learning to cook is a little easier for you than somebody who just doesn't enjoy it, you know. So he enjoys letters and numbers and all that. He really enjoys it, so it comes easily to him, you know what I mean? So a lot of people were telling me like, how did you teach him these things? And it's like, I really just, he teaches himself, and then as I elaborate on it, he just really just grasps the information and holds on to it because he's always doing it. So once you've done something X amount of times, you master it. If he has said his ABCs and has counted to 500 every day multiple times, he's gonna master it. Whereas another kid who's not that interested in it won't, but they'll master, you know, a TV show or whatever it is that they really like, and they're really watching all the time or doing all the time. Like they play a certain game or do a certain thing. If you do it X amount of times, you master it. So that's kind of where I like to compare, because I'm so proud of Phoenix and I think he is brilliant, but it doesn't mean that a kid who isn't learning as quickly as him is any different. It's just the fact that that's his focus, so he's doing it all the time, so that's why he's mastered it. If a kid is not focused on that, it doesn't mean that they're not smart. It's just that that's not their focus, and that is his focus. Letters, numbers, anything with puzzles and it just lights up his life, and I love it. I love it so much. Well, we love it. His eating habits are still kind of the same. He's probably still eating the same things he was eating his last update, but most recently in the last month I've like introduced 3 or 4 new foods, and he's actually eating them, and he'll actually open his mouth to try stuff, whereas before it would kind of be like no, and I had to force that first spoon, and then he would say if he liked it or not. But he's still kind of, you know, not where he should be eating wise, but he's definitely improving and adding new stuff and being a little more open to actually trying stuff, so that's a big plus. He and his sister share a bed, so they co-sleep in a big queen size bed, and they sleep, you know, normally pretty well. I sit with them, he sleeps through the night, and it's just so much easier that way. When we had them in separate beds, she would wake him up, and so they sleep together and they sleep all night, and he sleeps great. It's her who wakes him up most of the time, but if I would let him sleep, he would probably sleep in a lot later than her. But him and his sister have a he loves his sister a little too much. He is just sometimes like, he likes to get a reaction out of her. He knows if he hugs her too tight, she's gonna scream, and he likes that. So they kind of have this, like, she is like his shadow. She wants to do everything he does, and sometimes he's like, he loves it because she's like running after him, with him, or doing what he's doing, but sometimes that also causes friction. But for the most part, they really get along. It's just those little quirks, like he likes to kind of pick at her, and she likes to be a little bratty. So it's like, but when they're getting along great, and they actually like play together and do stuff together, and it's just amazing. Like, I don't think that we could have ever given Phoenix a better gift than a little sister, and a little sister who loves him so much. Like, she adores him, but then she also gets annoyed easily by him because he loves too strong. He loves rough. He's a boy, he's rough, and she can be rough too, but it's at her time when she wants to be rough. So it's they're learning each other, but they have definitely grown closer, and it's definitely a bond that's going to be unbreakable, and I'm excited for it. He is talking and communicating with us so much. Like, he's probably not right at the level that most 4-year-olds are, but he is really close. Like, we can understand everything he wants and needs, and he can tell us what he needs, what he wants, if he needs help with something, if he wants something. He sees like something in a video, and he's like, I want that, and sometimes like we'll get it for him, and he'll actually be happy and excited about it, and like, he can tell us and communicate with us so good. It's amazing. Like, he just talks so much, and he'll say these random things that make us laugh so much. Me and John just crack up on him all the time, because he'll say these things that just are like, where did you get that from? But he just understands so much more. He's repeating like things that we've said at one point. Like, I always tell him, like, he'll see a puzzle or something in a video while we're out, and he's like, I want this one, I want this one. I said, when we get home, because he'll have that puzzle at home. And now in the car on the way home, he was like, I want this one when we get home. Okay, I have it at home when we get home. Like, he reiterated the conversation, like if I would have been answering him, and like kind of answering himself, like, I want this one. Oh wait, we'll get it when we get home. I know I have this one when we get home. And he just does that a lot with things, and it's kind of cute because he remembers, and he remembers locations. We went to this Carvel one time, and it's like on our way home, and every time we pass there, he's like, ice cream. And the Ritas we go to all the time, he's always like, ice cream. And then I'll tell him, first dinner and then ice cream, let's say, and then he'll be like, oh, ice cream, first dinner and then ice cream. Okay, first change my and then I tell him once, like, first change your diaper and then you'll get the iPad. So then another day when he wants the iPad, he'll be like, okay, change my diaper and then iPad. Like, he's just so adorable, and I love it. His personality is just coming out, and we couldn't be happier. And his biggest struggle is pretend play, but he's definitely getting better at it. Like, he won't play with things, you know, like pretend like normally, but he is getting better at it. He will just do it with different type of objects, But it's not like his biggest thing. Like, it's not his favorite thing to do, but from time to time I catch him doing it with like the little people or the trains or the blaze trucks. So he is doing it, it's just not where he should be doing it. Also, social play like with other kids is not as easy for him. He plays with Avery just fine, but if we go somewhere, he's not gonna like initiate play. And I think at his age is when they would be more of playing together instead of side by side. So he's still kind of at like that side by side play, but he loves watching other kids play. And the other day at the park, he was kind of like following this little boy around. The little boy was like walking on like a higher step all around the park, and he was walking right behind the kid, but he was just like a little too close. So I had to kind of tell him, you need to move back, you need to move back. But he like wanted to, like, he was so excited to do what this little boy was doing. So I think by the time I do this next update, he will have come a long way with his pretend play and social play, which is right now his biggest, you know, the thing that he doesn't do, which I feel in no time he's gonna get, and you know, eventually he'll get there. So that is it for Phoenix's 4-year update. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Make sure you're watching our vlog so you can see him and he's just so cute. I just love him so much. Obviously he's my son, but stay tuned because next you will see the little interview I did with him, which I've been wanting to do this for so long, but he wasn't at a stage. Like last year I couldn't have asked him these questions and gotten an answer, like a real answer out of them, but he answered all these questions pretty on point, and I'm so happy that we're at a stage where I can do this now with him, because I've seen it be done so many times with so many other kids, and I'm just like, I can't wait to be able to do that with him. And I was so excited that I got to do it and that it worked out. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for that clip, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. What's your name?
Phoenix.
How old are you?
3.
3. You're gonna be 4. How old is Daddy?
35.
How old is Mommy?
3.
When is your birthday?
August 18th.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
How do you say that in Spanish? How do you say blue in Spanish?
Azul.
Good job. What is your favorite food?
It's toast.
Who's your best friend? Who's your best friend?
Daddy.
Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Munches.
Okay, last question. What's your favorite song?
August have well.
What's your favorite song? Phoenix, what's your favorite song? Is the ABC song?
Yes.
Can you sing it?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, will be your S-U-P. Why is he now? Hello, baby, see them so upset, baby.
Good job. Can you count in Spanish?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job. High five. Can you say your colors in Spanish?
Rojo, amarillo, amarillo, verde, azul, morado.
Good job. Can you say the months of the year?
February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Big